Does $1 million sound like plenty? Now, I'm speaking on the basis of providing for your family, and I'm speaking on life insurance. Now, we know that your life insurance cannot replace you, but what it's designed to do, once structured properly, is to replace your income. So, I was having a conversation with a client, and he told me that he had $1 million in life insurance. So, I asked him, well, what does that $1 million represent to him? He said he's not sure, it just sounds like plenty because it's $1 million. So let's sit down and look at this case study to examine how much is really $1 million now in 2024.
So in this case study, we have Andrew, who's 35 years old. His wife is 28 years old. They have two children, a 7-month-old and a 3-year-old. Now Andrew has $1 million in life insurance coverage. Andrew's salary is $15,000 a month. Now the reason why Andrew took out this $1 million in life insurance is to make sure that his family is taken care of, and then he said $1 million sounds like plenty. So let's examine. So the first question I want to ask Andrew is that, do you want your family to maintain the same standard of living, or would you want that standard of living to drop? Andrew say yes, you want them to maintain the same standard of living. And how long do you want that standard of living to continue? He say as long as possible. So let's do a deep dive breakdown in terms of how long will this $1 million in life insurance coverage last. So first we're going to take Andrew's monthly salary, multiply it by 12 to get his annual salary, and then we're going to divide this $1 million by 180,000. Remember, Andrew uses his entire salary to make sure that his family is taken care of and they have the best standard of living. If we divide $1 million by $180,000, it's only 5 years. What does that mean exactly? It means by the time Andrew's son, the baby, 7-month-old, reaches 5, the $1 million will have finished. And it begs the question, how will his family continue living? So what is the proposed solution? So this is how you determine, or this is one of the ways that you determine how much insurance that you need. Let's take a look. We take his annual salary, multiply by 20. So his annual salary is 180,000 and multiplied by 20 equals $3.6 million. This is how much life insurance Andrew needs. How much existing coverage he has? $1 million. So if you minus 3.6 by $1 million, it's 2.6 million. This is his shortfall. But his total insurance needs is $3.6 million. Now what does this amount of insurance do for Andrew? Let's take a look. $3.6 million, it gives him two options. The $3.6 million can be paid as a lump sum to his family, and this will last a minimum of 20 years, because remember, we take 180 by 20, and this will be his legacy check, which is his last check that he's going to leave for his family. Or the $3.6 million can be placed on an interest earning account, and let's say this interest earning account is paying 4%. 4% by $3.6 million is $144,000 yearly, which is $12,000 monthly. This $12,000 monthly can be paid to his wife, leaving the $3.6 million on the interest earning account untouched until his both children reaches 20, or he can create a will and he can decide when they want them to receive the $3.6 million. But he could only do that if he have the adequate amount of coverage.
Now, the reality is, this may not be for everyone. Some persons may believe that the $1 million is enough, and that's fine. But there are some persons that don't just think about their children, but also want to plan for their children, and it's all about leaving a legacy. Either way, it's perfectly fine. If you guys saw value in this, we can have a conversation. All you have to do is click the link in my bio and let's schedule a conversation. But until then, continue to follow for more tips and ideas on insurance.